Welcome back to the channel. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, Generational Wealth. So let's get into it. And if you stick around, I'll tell you what I think is missing from this conversation, right? It's a little prize. So let's just start with the facts. Let's go back to 1968, right? The average middle class black family had a net worth of just over $6,600, while white families sat comfortably at around 70,000. For those of us keeping score, it's 10 times. When we jump forward a few decades to 2016, right? Black wealth hits about 13,000. White households, 150,000. The gap didn't shrink, it only grew. Now let's talk about 2022. By the numbers, black median household wealth, 44,000. Hispanic, 62. White, 280. Asian, 530,000. And this is from the Federal Reserve. You don't have to argue with me. That means Asian families now have like 12x the median wealth of black households. White families, 6x more. Now let's talk about why the gap persists, right? Let's try to understand the why in between this. This isn't about grind. This isn't about intelligence. It's about systems. Black families were excluded from key wealth building moments. Redlining in the 1930s to 70s, GI bills, GI Bill bias, predatory lending, underfunded schools, housing discrimination that still echoes today. We can talk about those examples all day. Even with similar economic and education levels, black families hold far less wealth than white or Asians. Why? Because wealth is built over generations, and we weren't allowed to start the race when everyone else did. Now, what is black wealth made of? And here's a key fact. 44% of black family wealth comes from home equity. That's double the reliance compared to white households, double. Meanwhile, white and Asian families hold significant shares in retirement accounts, business equity, stocks, and mutual funds, right? It's diversification. Right? Dave Chappelle told us about that a long time ago. So what does that mean? We put most of our eggs in one basket, real estate, and it's a shaky one. When housing crashes, so does our wealth. What's missing from the conversation? We need a mindset shift of the definition of wealth. And it's not just what we find in bank accounts, checkbooks, or investment accounts. Wealth is also a set of values we use to govern ourselves. Values that increase our odds of success in an increasingly divisive and expensive economy. Think tariffs, think inflation. Like, do you have a habit of saving? Do you have the discipline to live below your means? Our culture loves all that glitters and all that is rose gold. Do you have the ability to set aside those aside in the name of delayed gratification? And I mean delayed. If we shift our mindset to better understand generational wealth, we can better understand that the changes you make today, the wealth and habits you begin today may benefit generations you will never ever lay eyes on. That's how we close the wealth gap. So if we know better, we do better. So let's put that to the test. Now, here's your challenge for this week, right? This is fun, a little bit of homework. Track your net worth. No shame, just facts. Set one financial goal. Open an IRA, pay off a credit card, invest $100. And lastly, drop your progress in the comments and let's build something together. I'll see you guys on the next one.